The XRP SEC case is officially over. And you want to know who my source is? The actual SEC, not some nut job from Twitter. We're also going to talk XRP price along with...
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
So who's your source? Trust me, bro. No. For real. My source is the SEC, and it's linked down below. We got green on the screen, green on my background, and guess what? Your comments come first. So before we do the crypto news, your comments. Flagrantly Obtuse says, you're the only person I've seen report this. Talking about, the Senate killing the crypto bill. And thank you for the support, by the way. Thank you. I can't help but feel so burnt out on this. I want regs and infrastructure to move away from a market of speculation to utility. I agree. Here's the big thing. Crypto can go green. The bull run can continue. But with regs, what does that do? That brings the... I almost said the money the fun way. It brings in the bank money and the money from the sidelines, right? That's what the regs would help us out with, all right? But it looks like now we're not going to be getting regs until June or July for stables, which pushes regs for the altcoin market, the rest of the market, third or fourth quarter of this year, everyone. Adrian Carter says, who gives a piece of shit? Did we really need regs in the previous bull runs? We're a strong community and we've been in the trenches before and succeeded. Let's do it again and prevail. I totally agree with you, but here's the difference. In previous bull runs, we didn't have inflation crushing the crap out of us. And we know the banks have the money right now, and the banks are waiting on the sidelines for the regs. So let's get those regs to get the banks in. Speaking of money, Confidence in Jesus Christ dropped some support on the channel too. Thank you very kindly, sir. Says, honestly, regs don't even matter. And I love the optimism from all of y'all. Regs don't even matter. Crypto's already global. The whole point of crypto is not to be regulated anyway. The prices are still going to pump. Banks, institutions, corporations, retail, etc. are still buying. The government traders aren't stopping nothing. God bless America and President Trump. From Rob Ortiz, choo bitches. Give me a shout out, Brother Klaus. And subscribe. XRP rocket ship. If y'all get a chance, hit that subscribe button. Drop me a like. Let's get into the news because we're going to talk about what? Real news. And no, my source isn't trust me, bro. My source is the SEC, girlfriend. Bitcoin sitting at 101,601. ETH is finally above 2,000 at 2131. Look at SWE deep in the green. Up almost 20% in the last 24 hours. How many y'all own SWE? Down below. Let me know down below if y'all are SWE holders. XRP at 227, BNB at 621. Eleanor Tourette dropping some bombs on us. I'm going to have her Twitter information along with mine linked down below. And by the way, I've been a naughty boy on Twitter as of late. That's right, I have. This is what she says. Just in, the SEC has announced a settlement with Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, and Chris Larson. The parties have agreed that Ripple will pay $50 million of the original $125 million penalty, with the rest being returned to Ripple. Both sides will drop appeals if the court agrees to lift the injunction placed on Ripple. And guess what I got right here? From the SEC themselves. The settlement agreement provides, among other things, that the Commission and Ripple would jointly request the district court to issue an indicative ruling as whether it would dissolve the injunction against Ripple in the district court's August 2024 final judgment and order the escrow holding to be imposed to a $50 million paid to the Commission in full satisfaction of that penalty and the remainder paid to Ripple. The Commission's decision to exercise its discretion and seek resolution of this pending enforcement action rests on its judgment that such resolution will facilitate the Commission's ongoing efforts to reform and renew its regulatory approach to the crypto industry. Golf clap, everyone. It is officially over. This is great news, as now we can finally move on. The crypto market itself is roaring volume-wise. We've got deep green on the screen, deep green in my background, and deep green when it comes to volume. As right now, we are up 33% in volume from yesterday. And yesterday's volume was up bonkers levels. We are now at 140 billion in volume in the last 24 hours. Even some of the biggest laggards out there like ETH are roaring. Look at ETH, up 19% in the last 24 hours. Look at the altcoin season index. Right now sitting at 33 out of 100. This is the highest we have seen this mark since what, everyone? Since mid-February. So in the last 90 days, this is the best we have seen the altcoins perform. In fact, look at this. When we look at the crypto market cap, this is the strongest we have seen the crypto market cap since mid-February as well. Let's take a deeper look at XRP price, as right now the volume stands at $4 billion. XRP trading pairs are looking super freaking healthy, with right now the Binance USDT pairing leading the way with almost 400 million in volume over the last 24 hours. So how much more green do we got for XRP? Well, let's take a look at those candlesticks, because right now we're looking at the initial pump of XRP came on what? Trade agreement between the United States and the UK. Then we get some good news with the SEC. Now, the stablecoin bill that got killed earlier today, I'll have that video linked at the end in case you missed it, all right? Absolute brutality, but the market looked past that. Do you know what the market's looking at right now? This weekend. That's right, there is a big meeting between the United States and China this weekend. Word on the street has it that they are super close to reaching a deal. So if this is how big the market is between the United States and the UK trade deal, imagine how green we're going to be if we can get a deal between the United States and China this weekend. Look at these candlesticks, everyone. This is exactly what we've been looking for. XRP going from a low of 206, 208 just a few days ago, now rip-roaring up to the 227 mark. In fact, the earlier resistance that we saw today, we have now gone past that and are moving our way on up from that point. If we now go to a little bit bigger on the old candlestick, we could see that XRP is eyeing its next target. That's the 230 range, and that's what we need to see right now in these next few hours. Can we break through that 230 range? Because if we can break through that 230 range, maintain that 230 price action through this weekend, get the good news with the China-U.S. tariff trade talks. Yeah, that's right, you better drink because I said tariff. Drink again. In fact, tariff, tariff, tariff. Drink, 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 girlfriend. We can see XRP reclaiming back the 250 on up price without a doubt. But we need this weekend's meeting to go our way. But right now, the big news is this. These candlesticks right here, and these are 4-hour candlesticks. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candlesticks in a row of green, erasing a trend of red that we have seen since the end of April. And the markets right now are seeing big time volumes. We're seeing big institutional buying, big institutional inflows, and some of our favorites out there like SWE and other alts are pumping as much as 20% in the last 24 hours. And to reiterate, the source I have for the SEC XRP settlement is not trust me, bro. This is coming directly from the SEC. And it's all linked where, everyone? In the description down below. So today I'm bringing you the news, good, bad, happy, and sad. Well, no. I'm bringing you the news, good and happy. Now, some of you out there are going to be asking, bro, how come XRP isn't rallying on the official announcement with the SEC? Well, that's because we all knew this was going to happen. The SEC said, hey, look, we're going to be settling this. We were just waiting for it to officially happen. So it's kind of the whole buy the rumor, sell the news kind of thing. And the market was already rallying on the earlier UK-US trade deal that happened. But now we're looking at this weekend, and that's the big deal. Can we hold this momentum through to the weekend? And can we get blessed with even better news this weekend with the United States and China? Yeah, I know. The stablecoin bill was a big letdown, but the market looked right past that and was like, yo, hold my beer. We don't care if you piss in our Cheerios when it comes to stablecoin regs, because right now we care about tariffs. Drink. You know what? In fact, drink even more because I can't. I'm stuck drinking electrolytes because I'm still trying to recover from a little bit of facial surgery. So yeah, tariffs. Drink. Green on the screen, green on my background, as we've got a settlement between XRP, Ripple, and the SEC as a $50 million fine is all they gotta pay. We're moving on, and the price is moving on up to the east side. Choo choo, bitches.